Government shutdown ended last week, and right now, a lot of you are really confused, don't know what's going to happen. And there's a lot of questions about how is this going to affect the ACA and the subsidies, and also how is this going to affect the senior citizens and their Medicare. My name's Ian Sanders with Benefits Oasis. There's a lot to go over, and this information is extremely important. So if you know someone that will benefit from this, make sure you like, comment, and share it with them. That helps get this in front of a lot more people so that they can make sure that they review their plans as well to try to save as much money as possible going into 2026. So let's tackle the first question. What is this going to do for the ACA and the subsidies? Now, I know a lot of my clients had said that they were holding out with renewing their plans because they were waiting to see what was going to happen with the government shutdown. Well, this is what happened. The Dems caved. And what that means is that now they have no teeth to fight for the extended subsidies. The premiums have already gone up on the plans, and now there will be no additional help in the subsidies. Now, there is still a vote in December. You may have heard that. But how are they going to get the Republicans to vote on it when they no longer have any leverage whatsoever? So we don't see that happening. Whatever the cost of the plan is going to be for you, if you were to go and look at the renewal for your plan right now, is what it's going to be in 2026. There's no reason to wait. What you'll want to do instead is get with a broker, get with myself, and we can help you find a strategy or a plan that'll help keep those costs down. I know I've talked a little bit about adding a supplement and bringing the plan from a silver down to a bronze. That's one thing that you can do. A lot of times you can also switch from a silver to silver, and it can save you anywhere from $100 to, I've seen, as much as $600 a month. So definitely want to check on that. Now, how is this affecting the senior citizens? This is something that was unexpected. I didn't know that it was in the big beautiful bill. I did not know that these reforms in Medicaid were going to affect the senior citizens the way they did. So, true story, I have a client that's in Texas, and what happened is she's on Medicare and Medicaid. It's what's known as dual eligible. What it means is that she's able to go to the doctors for free and also get her prescriptions normally really low cost or for free as well, because she's extremely low income. At this point in life, she's retired. She can't really make much more money. Now, what the government had done is they had basically put in place government programs where seniors, to help make ends meet, could work for nonprofits, and that money would not be counted as income. So what would then happen is they could still qualify for Medicare and Medicaid, but they would still be able to make a little extra money so that they could support themselves, so that they could have a better quality of life. Now, what happened was she called me panicking because she had recently been downgraded in her Medicaid, which means that now she was going to have to pay for her doctors, and she had a lot of doctors that she has to go to. So much so that she wouldn't be able to pay for her doctors and stay in the program at the same time. Her options were to either give up the program and be able to continue to see her doctors. She was in a rural area, there wasn't much to choose from, or she had to keep the program so she could continue to buy the food and things that she wanted to, but give up the doctors. So this was really heartbreaking. Now, it's not over yet. What I did tell her and what I helped her with is that she can contact Medicaid and appeal the situation, and we're currently going through that now. So that is something that's possible. If she would have been in another area, I could have moved her into another planet, would have worked out. But these are solutions that are available if you're working with someone that's experienced. So if you're on Medicare and Medicaid especially, and you're concerned about how this is all going to affect you, I'm leaving a link in the comment section so that you can just click on that and schedule a time to talk. If nothing else, at least we can review your plan, review the way that you plan on using it in 2026, and make sure that you're able to afford your doctors, your prescriptions, and the plan as well if it's an ACA rather than a Medicare plan. Hope this helps. I know it's not the greatest news, but there is still hope. All you really need to do is make sure that you get with someone to review your plan. Do not let that plan auto renew. Otherwise, you could end up paying hundreds of dollars extra each month. Open enrollment is ending sooner than you may think. If you're on Medicare, you still have a little time with the ACA, but why put it off to the last minute? Hope this helps some of you out. Have a great rest of your day.